Oh, smart. I forgot about that. You know, you still never. I don't think you still ever sent me the correct version of 2 weeks ago's one. You said, hold on. Now I want to check that. You sent me like some weird file.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I applied to a whole grant while you guys have been chatting.
Yeah, it's some weird ass file. And you sent me 2 of them too. So you can figure that out too. Okay.
I'll fucking figure it out.
Start recording in 3, 2, 1, go. What's up, guys? We're back with another episode of the You Discuss podcast. Today, episode 22, we're going to get into everything about all of our favorite spots on and a couple off campus. We don't have a guest with us this week, so we're just going to hop right into it. Jay, do you want to start us off?
Yeah, so last week, or I guess 2 weeks ago, I know that we had talked about Main Street and like where we liked on Main Street and everything, but Main Street is your one-stop spot for literally your entire life at Delaware. So we're just going to breeze through again just some of our favorite spots that were on Main Street. I don't remember I remember we like were saying we gave each thing a different category of how, like what places we like to go to. I think it was how we have it in our outline here, but my 3 spots for each of these categories is here. So I said, for a quick meal, my favorite place is El Diablo, as everyone knows, because I'm obsessed with El Diablo, and there's nowhere better on Main Street. Fact.
It's up there.
Yeah, I was like waiting for you to say something.
It's debatable.
I also watched you guys go to what was the burrito place you always went to? California Burrito?
Okay, that doesn't, no, stop.
That
Moving
place
on.
is terrible and disgusting.
Moving on. We don't bring that up. I'm still a Burrito Leader member. Anyways, for like a nice for like a nice meal, a good meal, Grain. I love Grain. They have really good food. I also love their beer chart thing where you get to pick on like I don't know, just go there and figure it out. And then going out, it's hard. If it's a Friday or Saturday, it's definitely Kate's. But Tuesday, if it's a weekday, then probably Deer Park.
I like how you said Tuesday, then corrected yourself to say a weekday. Like you didn't know exactly what you were talking about.
I was gonna say Tuesday or Thursday, but honestly, like if it's just a weekday, there's just Deer Park. But yeah.
Yeah, no, I have to say Snap Pizza is the best on Main Street for a quick meal. It's personalized pizza. It's delicious. El Diablo is great. Don't get me wrong, but like Snap wins 100% of the time.
I can't really
and they're up until 2 a.m. on the weekends. So
that I will say that is great that they're open so late.
I'm always craving like something different. So like it's hard for me to pick. Like on there I put Roots also, and like there's like the 1 or 2 different like options of Roots that like I'll love.
And dead to me.
Okay, that I'll get all the time, and then like El Diablo is just like an enhanced Chipotle, and it's great to get so often. And then Snap, like whenever you want pizza, it's just like the best option because every other pizza sucks there. So
fair. Ross has very strong opinions apparently. No, for going out, I have to agree with you, Jalen. Grain is definitely the best. It's expensive though. And my college wallet could never.
Yeah. My mom took me there.
Yeah, I was going to say, every time my family came, Jay and I went for like a post-college lunch once, and that was fun, and we could afford it then. But
yeah, because we had our jobs.
Yeah. And going out, Kate's is the only appropriate answer, so we'll leave it at that.
Okay, it's funny because I'm just going to call you out on your BS because you said homegrown last episode.
I said homegrown for my general all around, but like if we were truly going out, you can't really go out to homegrown. Kate's, you can go out. There's only 4 bars. I mean, if there's a 25% chance one of us is going to say each of them.
It's so true.
Like we say going out like it's a big thing. Like, no, you walk to the corner and just hit them all in an hour.
Okay, well, I wasn't because
Okay.
I feel like
No, sorry. Both of you guys froze on me, so I wasn't sure if anyone was
Oh,
talking.
Ross, I thought you were gonna go.
I don't know because I wasn't sure if we were just like done with those three already.
I think so.
quick.
We talked way too much about it.
Okay, cool.
So
Okay, wait, he's writing down the times.
Oh. I was like, are we gonna go now?
I don't know. One of you can do it.
Okay, Claudia.
Go, Jalen.
I said it first. Actually, no, because you just
All
finished.
right.
You just finished, though.
So go ahead.
So moving on from, I guess, food mostly instead of just Main Street as a whole, there are a ton of places to study on campus. Some of them
Because
are.
that is something you have to do in college. We've been talking about all the fun stuff, but like you
Yeah.
do actually have to study and go to college.
Some places are like a lot more crowded than others. I honestly, I really disliked studying in the library. I don't like studying there. The study rooms were fine, but like if I were to choose somewhere to go, the library would probably be the last out of every option. I don't like, especially during finals and stuff, like in midterms, like there's just too many people. You can never find a spot. Upstairs scares the living shit out of me because like everyone's just so focused, and I don't know. Like I'll never forget, I opened a bag of chips and like I saw 150 heads just turn towards me. I just got up and left because I'm like, what am I?
That'd be my nightmare.
Yeah, like what am I? I can't stay there. Everyone knows I opened a bag of chips. You're not allowed to eat up there. Like,
Imagine crunching.
right, exactly. I brought Subway up there one time. I'm like, everybody probably smells this. Like, I don't like.
You
the
guys
library.
had very interesting college library experiences. Like that's never.
I mean, I didn't say I had that experience, but I'm just saying like that would be horrible.
But honestly,
I loved the study. I loved the study rooms because I used to like if I had a 2-hour block and I lived on North Campus, I'd get a study room, eat some lunch, do some work, and then go to my class. Like they're kind of good to have a private room to do whatever you want to do if you don't want to just sit in the library silently unable to eat your chips.
I will say, if you want to stay in a study room for longer than 2 hours, it is kind of annoying that you can't book it for any longer.
Yeah.
Like you only get a certain amount of blocks.
you only get 2 hours a day, and it's very annoying. And like I would literally text people during finals. I'm like, can you reserve room 101D from 4 to 7 a.m.?
No, I always found the strategy is you want to look for blocks that are like 3 hours long. So then like no one's going to just book that 1 hour. So you've got like 2 hours and then that extra hour. That's the way to do it.
I guess, yeah. Smart.
Or just find an empty classroom in one of the buildings or go into a basement somewhere and you'll find an empty room. I mean,
That is
There
my-
are hundreds.
break.
Yeah, that's my favorite place to go to study. Sharp Lab, room 120. You go in, go past the first hallway, make a left. It's the last door on your left before the 2 lecture rooms.
No,
Yeah,
the
no.
best is like the top floor of ICE, and they've got a bunch of empty classrooms that aren't used. That's where I'd always go.
See, I can't go in ice though because of the spinny chairs.
You
It's
get
such
too
a
distracted
child.
by the spinning.
Yeah.
Jalen, it's snacks and spinny chairs. How did you graduate?
I don't know. This ice is such a fun building. And when I'm trying to study, like it's not time for play. Like you gotta study. And like Sharp has them too, but I don't know. Sharps are like not as like fun. Like they're just like normal. I don't know. Ice, and it was all colorful in there.
One of you wrote upstairs in Trabant in here. I would not agree with that.
You don't like upstairs in Trabant?
Where
No.
in the world is there space in upstairs? in Tremont?
I love studying up there.
There's nothing there.
There's benches up there.
You sit on a bench and study?
No, well, they
What?
have benches
Who are
up
you?
there, and then they have like behind the restaurant, they have like a whole area and there's tables and stuff.
I did not know that existed.
And there's never anyone up
It
there.
So we'll
never
pass on
happened.
that one.
Especially in the middle of the day, there's literally 0 people up there.
You said there's benches.
What way is that
Who
appealing?
Who sits at a bench to work?
Okay, but like it's like a big like I sat, at the top of the stairs that it's not like just a bench. It's like a 10 by 10 freaking wooden block. And I would just sit there on my laptop.
Sure.
But no, I usually would just go to the tables in the back. But I didn't always go there. I didn't like Trabant, like it's the worst place to do work. I hate doing work in Trabant because it's just too loud, too many people. Even the quiet room, is that what the study room?
I thought that's what you were talking about at first,
Oh.
but then you said like
no.
Then you said an even worse spot.
All the way up the stairs.
The benches.
No, I don't like in there. I took naps in there, but like all the way at the top, like go up those little stairs and then go to the right and go up the more stairs. That's where I like.
Okay, moving on. Where downstairs in Perkins?
They have tables.
Downstairs in
next to the game
Perkins
room.
is the best.
Yeah, they have tables and like it's next to the game room, but then they also have them like just like throughout downstairs where like all the RSO offices are.
And they're like tucked into little corners, so like you can literally hide back there and no one will bother you.
Yeah.
Except once, so if you walk down the stairs from the main seating area, that's like the study area in Perkins, you can go under those stairs and they loop around underneath. You really can't see. And it's like really dark back there. And I went back there to study and I sat down and this girl was just asleep on the couches and scared the shit out of me. It was so terrifying. I was like, oh my God, there's a human being here. Like,
I love people literally sleep everywhere. On campus.
Yeah.
it's really strange. It's really
I
strange.
find
It's
it
also really
so
funny.
I find it
Yeah.
so funny. I find it so funny. Like downstairs in the library in like that group setting, like the group cushion area. I took a nap there. You just need like
Nice.
sometimes you just need like a quick 20 and then you're ready.
I could
to go
never
again.
like. I have to like want to go to sleep. I can't just like fall asleep like at a random time or random
it
places.
takes me about 15 seconds to fall
Yeah.
asleep.
I was going to say, I definitely can, but there's no way that I would ever sleep in public. Like, that's
True.
just not something I'm not interested in that.
What if you're tired?
I'm
Go
never
home.
tired because I plan my days well and I don't do my work at 4 a.m., Jalen.
I don't do the library isn't open at 4 a.m. unless it's
Yeah, I've
homework.
seen you sit up in your room on You're Snapchatting me at like 3 a.m. because you're like, well, if I have an exam tomorrow, got to study. I'm like, how? How do you do this?
Because I had work to do. Grind don't stop.
Unless it's Tuesday and it's going out time.
Tuesday or Thursday, right? As I said before.
Or Wednesday or Monday,
or
yeah.
Friday.
Okay, I don't go out on. Nobody goes out on a Monday. That's just like weird.
Jalen,
I didn't know your name was Nobody.
that was
Sorry,
a
that
bad
was-
joke.
That was bad. That was like not a good joke. But it's fine.
There were
Uh,
multiple times when Jay would text me and be waiting outside the gym for me after my cycling to
Okay,
go to Grotto's.
That is so different than going out or just going to grab a drink. Okay, like literally, it's like going to happy hour after work. We just got a beer after the gym.
You understand how weird that sounds. Oh yeah, I went to the gym. I'm gonna go drink. Like,
It's not. There's a difference between drinking and grabbing a beer.
True.
Like drinking.
all right, I feel like
I can agree.
we've gotten far from our
Yeah.
original topic here.
Okay, moving on. Let's talk about best places to go take pictures around campus.
Well, when
The
you're as
only
good-looking
pictures I
as
ever
me,
took around campus.
I said if you're as good
Yeah,
looking
there's
as
silence
me,
after that,
you
yeah.
can. What? I don't know what's happening.
Just keep going.
If you're as good looking as me, you can take
Yes.
pictures anywhere on campus and look good.
I was gonna say the only pictures I took around campus were for graduation. Like,
Really?
yeah, why would I ever take pictures?
Because why not?
Because I take pictures at like people's houses and stuff like that. I didn't randomly go up to the memorial steps like,
Oh, okay.
all
well,
right,
no,
it's
no,
a
no,
random
no, no, no,
Tuesday
no, no.
sophomore year.
No. That's different. That's different. There's picture. There's like let's go take graduation pictures, and then there's like let's go take pictures.
I've never been a let's go take pictures person.
Well, it's not like let's go. I don't know. It's just like, okay, fine. We'll take it. It's the best places for pictures. It's like nicest places to take pictures of.
Yeah, you take over the section then.
The number one best place to take pictures, hands down, is back past Smith and everything in the like theater and arts department area, because they've got that gorgeous building.
Yeah.
The whole garden, that's gorgeous.
It's very, very nice over there. My favorite place to take pictures will be forever be the reservoir. I love the reservoir so much. I mean, it's a hike to get up there. It really isn't, but like, you gotta cut me some slack. But I love going to the top of the reservoir, and you gotta get to see all of campus. And my boss is calling me.
You need to take it. Yeah. Okay. So I'll cut this all out.
Sorry.
It's not okay.
Everything okay?
Sorta.
You have to do stuff?
Like yes and no. We can keep going, but like I'm gonna be multitasking. I'll be good. Like I'm not doing.
I don't think we're gonna be doing this for too much longer. So.
Right. I don't think it's not like I'm doing work. I'm literally just trying. We're just trying to find something that is. We're missing like all of our testing and reports for like a 700 square foot part of like a room, and then like a 50 by 50 foot area of the building. And he's wondering where it went. And I don't know where it went. But yeah. Okay. What was I in the middle of saying? Oh, the reservoir. I'm just gonna start
reservoir.
That over. I'm hoping he doesn't call me again. He said he's gonna call Tony. I was gonna say I will keep looking. Okay. I don't even know how that ended. Claudia, you said you. Okay, no, I remember. All right, we're good. You guys didn't like pause or anything, right? You just left it running?
No.
Okay,
yeah.
Good. Okay. So I think I like, for me, like pictures when I like just areas of campus that just like look nice. The reservoir was by far like my favorite place to go to. It was like up on, I mean, I guess the reservoir, the hill, and it was just like much higher over the rest of Newark, and you can kind of see everything. And it was always like, oh, like we can see the towers, and it's like we can see our room, and then you like can just like pick out spots on campus. You saw the Delaware Bridge, and plus it was just nice to go near the water. There's always people walking around. It's pretty quiet, but I like going up to the reservoir.
I feel like picture-wise, you kind of can't go wrong anywhere on the green. Like, the Delaware is a very beautiful school. Like, the campus is really pretty when there's not construction happening for half of your college career.
So it's not.
Basically.
But no, you can kind of, like, for graduation pictures, like, you kind of just pick some spots, and it's all red brick and trees and flowers everywhere. So you really can't go wrong.
I feel like that's like the college aesthetic. Like a lot of people are looking for. It's just like the brick with the Roman column.
It's very northeast.
Yeah, like
it's very northeast.
Is that a thing?
That's like a
northeast like design.
Yeah. It's that very traditional. Like if you look at all the colleges in the movies, like they all look like
Mid-Atlantic,
New England,
northeast,
like preppy school.
Yeah, the brick buildings, the bunch of grass and the trees, and then the white columns, and like I feel like other schools I visited, like I remember like going to Maryland, and I'm like, this school, like I like this school so much, and I'm like, it's because it's just like a carbon copy of Delaware. Even like Aubrey School, like University of Virginia. Like a very, very similar aesthetic to Delaware. And I think that's like why I like them so much.
Now I'm curious what other schools look like.
I'm sorry. Play sports?
You guys keep freezing and I never know when to talk.
Oh, I'm freezing?
But like I think it's my internet. Both of you guys keep freezing, and so then I'll like start talking, and then no one will stop talking, and I'm like, oh god, okay.
All right, it's okay. Start sports.
Okay. So now I think we can transition into the best place to play sports on campus.
Yes, my favorite.
Yes. I was gonna say, yeah, Claudia.
Claudia, why don't you enlighten us?
Right, where are you play sports?
There's two turfs that people play sports on.
Sure.
There's behind the gym that sports happen. I played sports behind the gym. Yep.
That's it.
This is not my field.
That's it.
That was funny.
This is not my field. Really? I give that like a 3 out of 10.
That was great.
But yeah, so we did play. We had intramural frisbee, behind the gym. I don't remember. There's a name for that field. I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, I
There's
don't know
a
the
ton
name.
of them. Like it's a lot bigger than.
Yeah, it's a huge area. It's like right behind Main Street, and then it stretches all the way, like to like the parking lot for the gym out in North College. Like it's a really open field. There's a
Yeah, that's
like
where a lot
lined-
of the intramural sports will be for the most
Yeah.
part, like the outside ones.
there's a lined field there also. So like I know soccer, lacrosse, rugby, field hockey. Like I know I saw them playing. I don't know which teams. Like it could have been club. It could have been intramural. It could have been varsity. Like I have no idea, but I know they had their fields there too. The basketball. The gym has a basketball court. Has basketball courts in there. We played basketball in there. We did.
I
do.
I
I was
played
gonna say we
basketball in
did
there.
do sports.
Kind of.
We did.
I wouldn't say me playing basketball was me doing sports by any means, because Jalen laughed me right off the court. But
Again,
we've
we've been
tried.
over this like 10 times. I did not laugh you off the court.
He did, guys. You know what's real.
Yeah, there are a couple like basketball courts, like outside ones for like pickup games and stuff like that around the campus. But like I would say the one inside the Little Bob, or the 2 or 3 inside the Little Bob, are usually going to be open for the most part if you want to go inside there.
You can also just reserve them online, I think. Like any different, like any, what are they called? We've got like the big sports buildings here that you can rent batting cages and basketball courts and stuff. What are those called?
What?
I don't
Like
know
you
what
can
you're going
rent,
for.
like you can, okay, whatever. Never mind.
But yeah, back to the 2 different turfs. Yeah, there will be a lot of people hanging out, like throwing a football, playing spike ball, playing frisbee on the different turfs, and the turf on East Campus also has a sand volleyball court, yeah, that you can play on too.
Okay, so question, because we're doing this episode is about favorites. North Campus turf or East Campus?
North, just because it's bigger. That's it. It's my only reason.
I say North also.
I genuinely have no preference. They are both square turfs that serve the exact same purpose.
North turf was like, I always felt like that there was less people. 2, it was more aesthetically pleasing. And like, I don't know, it just looked nice, and I don't know, I like North turf, but like Harrington turf, it was just, I don't know, walking back to Gilby,
It's nostalgic.
It's nostalgic. I have no like desire to walk back across the bridge up to North Campus and see the North turf, but like, I'd want to stroll down to whatever road that is to go see the Harrington turf. What is that? I don't know. It's the one that goes like that. That doesn't help. We're gonna move on.
You said the road that goes like that. All roads go in straight enough lines.
I don't know. Who knows? What? Matt, man, you couldn't figure it out?
Anyways, aside from sports, where are the general best places to just like hang out on campus?
I will bring up the turf again. I like hanging out on the turf, sitting on the turf. The only thing is it gets very hot in the sun.
I was just gonna say, as long as it's not a blazing heat, because then
Yeah.
turf just will light you up.
It gets
If it's blazing hot outside, I refuse to be outside hanging out anywhere.
That's fair.
No, but the green is always my vote, because then you can just sit and hang. You can do work. We'd be out there like throwing the frisbee around, doing stuff like that. So
I will say the one thing I liked about the green, maybe it's because we were older. I don't know. I felt like you can sit on the green by yourself and you'll see 15 people pass by that because it's just so central in campus. Like I'd say about 80% of students that go to Delaware have to walk on the green to get to a class at some point during the day. So like, you'll see literally everyone. You can do some people watching too. And they have Adirondack chairs.
Where?
On the green. They're just
Really?
like scattered around. Yeah, they're just scattered around the place. Is that new? I don't know. Brooke
I
and
have
Trying to
no
picture.
recollection of seeing those.
Brooke and I sat down, had sushi, but that was like
Yeah, I have no recollection of those.
that was like 2 months ago.
Oh, well, yeah.
Well,
What?
now they have Adirondack chairs, so you can go and sit in the Adirondack chairs.
Wow.
Yeah, but before we just sat in the grass, which I was allergic to, and cucumber.
But anything else besides the turf or green that you guys can think of for?
Honestly, like you can really just hang out any like where can't you hang out? Don't answer that. Um, all the places that you are allowed to go and be, like we I don't know, you can hang out literally anywhere. When we were studying one time and gave up in Sharp Lab, we put SpongeBob on the projector. You can do whatever you want. That's again, it's not true, but like in the legal way, you can do whatever you want. But I mean, the Hen Zone, Ross, you played games. You played
Yeah,
Smash.
sometimes I would go play ping pong or pool with a boo.
Yeah. Trabant, you can hang out at Trabant.
That's true. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, Trabant has a movie theater downstairs. The Towers, the Christiana Commons has games in there also.
Those need to get knocked down already.
I'm pretty sure they're not living in them, but oh yeah, that's actually no. Okay, scratch that. You can't do that because they're closed. My mind's like not anywhere today. But yeah, I don't know. Dining hall. We had dinner, family dinners every night.
Okay, so moving on. Let's go to the best places.
Was talking. We had family dinners every night. Okay, so moving
You
on.
stopped for like 10 seconds. Okay,
Because I
come
thought
on.
someone was going to pick up on that, but obviously.
Guys, this is a rough one. I'm not
This
gonna
is a-
lie to you.
this
This
is a
is
rough
really
one.
rough.
This
It
is
is
a rough
definitely
one.
a rough one.
The whole time I've been like, this isn't it.
I don't even know what I'm saying. Bro, this like storm is ridiculous. The trees are fucking sideways.
We have nothing yet.
I should charge my phone in case I lose power.
Okay, we're almost done. Let's.
All right.
I'll
Ross, do
start. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, give it to Claudia because Claudia's going to talk next because she does that.
I do what?
I don't know. Christiana Mall.
Go to Costco?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you can
Okay, so do you guys want to get into the best places for shopping or on and around campus, you think?
Yes. Well, okay, so my vote is always going to Christiana Mall because there's grocery stores right there. There's Costco liquor, which you don't need a Costco membership to go to the Costco liquor store.
It is cheap as hell.
It's so cheap. It's
It's
ridiculous.
so cheap.
There's like obviously all the stores you'd find in a mall. Like it's kind of everything is around there. It's like a full town only for shopping areas, but you do need a car to get there because I don't even think the bus goes there conveniently and quickly. But closer to campus, there is an Acme over in the shopping mall. And there's a couple other things. There's a liquor store. There's like the Halloween store, pop-up store is always there. There's a few little restaurants. And then the natural food store, which is in the littler shopping mall that's actually on Main Street. And that's easy walking. Like it was like a 10-minute walk from my house.
Honestly, like I wouldn't do grocery shopping there because it is a little pricey, but like quality wise, I think that is the best place to get food from.
It's also great if you have alternative diets, if you're a vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free, anything like that. Like they're going to have everything that you need.
Yeah. And they have, what is the smoothie bar? Right in the back?
They've got a smoothie bar. They've got like a hot food bar. They've got a deli area with a bunch of stuff.
Highly recommend.
So, and they always have good soup.
And get the card.
Highly recommend.
Get the card. Get the reward
card
or whatever. You get discounts and stuff. Yeah, I love the Christiana Mall. That mall is like it's massive. Like any store that you could think of is in that mall. And like you can get everything from there. I mean, you can grab food from there. I'll still stop at the Christiana Mall and Costco. Like Claudia said, the liquor store. I literally go there. I go to that liquor store. I will probably
sometimes when I'm driving down.
Yeah.
I go there now because I'll drive down through Newark or past Newark to go to Baltimore to visit Jalen. And so I'll stop at the Costco liquor store to pick up alcohol for us because it's still so much cheaper and I still need a good discount.
So cheap. It's so cheap.
But speaking of things off campus, I feel like we obviously have there's like a ton of stuff on campus and around campus that you can go to, but there is a lot of stuff that's pretty easy access to you, even if you have to take a train or drive or anything. That is really fun around there. I mean, Wilmington is 20 minutes?
I was going to say, like, I think, like, that's, like, the best part. Like, there's a lot around. Like, I feel like when, like, so you may think, like, when we're like, oh, like, you can go here. It's only, like, a 4-hour train ride or, like, 5 hours on the bus. Like, literally, Wilmington's 20 minutes. Philly is 40. Baltimore's 45. New York is still only like 2 hours away. DC is only an hour and a half away. Like everything's like
probably a little more than 2 hours, but yeah.
Depends on when you're leaving.
And it depends on how fast you drive. No, like even now, like Philly is a great, like especially if you're 21, Philly is really easy to take a train up, and you can literally take SEPTA up to 30th Street Station and you are in Philly. Like it is, I mean, I live in Philly now, so I'm a little biased. I think it's great, but it is super easy to get to Philly from Newark. It's easy to get to Wilmington. I feel like Baltimore and DC, you can get down there, but you probably have to take a bus. I don't think it's as easy access as Philly or Wilmington.
I don't know. I know they're supposed to extend, like, I don't know if it's going to be SEPTA or like the MARC trains that we have down here, but they're supposed to extend them up to Wilmington and have a Newark stop at the train station. So if you can hop on the train and get to Baltimore or Wilmington, Baltimore or DC in an hour and a half, that'd be cool. I don't know, but Philly's like Wilmington. We didn't really hang out in Wilmington, but Philly like is. I mean, I don't even live in Philly. I literally love Philly. Philly's a fun city, so having that really close is really nice. But I think
it's also good for like if you're going to concerts or anything. Like it's super easy to get up to Philly. So if you're looking for concerts, look in Philly.
Agreed. And then also non-city lifestyle, an hour south of Delaware is, I don't know how many beaches are down there. Rehoboth and Dewey and Lewis and Cape Henlopen. Ocean City's a little further.
But dear God, do not drive to the beach on a weekend.
No,
if you want, leave at 6 a.m. because I remember I left and they were like, hour drive, because I looked it up the night before. I'm like, no worries. And it took me 3.5 hours to get down there.
Yeah.
And then everyone's like, we should stay longer. I'm like, I'm going home. Like
coming up from like Baltimore, like I haven't even gone to the Delaware beaches like since moving down here, but like once you get to like 25 minutes like south of Newark, like on I-95 in Maryland, like there's already beach traffic to everyone. Everyone's either trying to go to Route 1 and go down to the beaches, or they're trying to go up to New York. And like it's just a clusterfuck of people trying to get wherever.
Beach traffic is insane. Always is.
Yes.
Always will be.
It took me 9 hours to get from Baltimore to New York for my birthday.
It's absurd.
Because of beach traffic. So if you're going to go to the beach, just leave. I would say leave super early, and then the way back, I don't know, you leave early in the morning the next day. It doesn't matter. The beaches are really nice, though. There's a lot of stuff to do down there. And they're nice beaches. Claudia doesn't agree because she's from Florida, but like as the Northerners.
So that was the funniest thing is I remember when I was going with a friend of ours, and they were like, you are going to lose your mind. These beaches are so incredible. They're so gorgeous. And I got there, I'm like, Yeah, but like I don't want to be that person because like Florida is Florida, but like the beaches are kind of rocky and the sand is really coarse. Like it's not. It's
Claudia
good,
lives
but it's not
20
good.
minutes from one of the best beaches in America in Florida. So
And I was like, I'm not a beach person, but like,
We have standards.
I have standards.
it's the best beach. As a Long Islander, I will tell you that the Delaware beaches are nice because Long Island beaches are not.
There is just a ton of stuff to do around there. Like there's
so much to
ton
do.
of restaurants, there's a ton of bars. Like
Yeah.
it's
Even if you
not
don't
just
want to
going
go
to the beach and
beach.
leaving.
Yeah, like also the
It's just a fun
outlets.
area.
Yeah, the outlets in Rehoboth. Highly recommend. They're huge. They're like it's like a couple blocks, and it's all like cheaper stuff because it's the outlets. And I mean, there's no tax in Delaware for anywhere, but I don't know. I just felt like it was cheap. Went on a shopping spree. But yeah, I would say. I mean, I've only been to Rehoboth, Dewey, and Cape Henlopen, but I know there's more. I don't know what the other ones are, to be honest. But yeah.
Okay. Do you guys have anything else you want to add?
I don't think so. I feel like we covered all of it.
Okay.
I'm good. I'm good to go.
Okay. Hope you guys enjoyed this. This episode was a little more all over the place, but we tried our best.
had a
It's
good time.
honestly, it's funny because this is the first, like, I feel like we never make outlines before, like, in advance. And the one time we did was the one that we have no idea what just happened for the past, like, 30 minutes.
I mean, what are you going to do? You had a good time. We got to chat. We'll be back to our normal podcast next week.
Will we?
Probably not, but
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
We will see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Adios.
we should play.